In this video, we will look at function libraries. A function library is a collection of functions that you can call from within your code. The aim is to avoid having to write all your code from scratch. Typically, programming languages will provide various ways for importing libraries. A program can import multiple different libraries. Each library may have functions that focus on a specific domain. The difference between your own functions and the functions in a library is mainly to do with their target audience. The functions that you write are most likely only used by you. They may be created for performing specific operations, and as a result, their use may be limited to certain situations or problems. In contrast, function libraries may be used by many different people, on different types of problems. Function libraries will also need to have documentation that explains how the functions should be used. Most programming languages will have a standard library. This is a special type of library containing commonly used functions and data structures. Typically, there is no need to import this library. When programmers create their own libraries, they can make use of the function in the standard library. Libraries can also have dependencies on other libraries. This can create complex chains of dependencies. Each library will have different versions, and dependencies will often require specific versions. Many tools exist to manage such dependencies between libraries. Dependencies between libraries can create a lot of issues. These issues are related to how the library is linked to the main program. In general, there are two approaches, static and shared. With the static approach, functions are copied into a program itself. With the shared approach, functions remain in a separate file outside the program. Shared libraries are also referred to as dynamic libraries. They are dynamically linked when the program is executed. There are pros and cons to each approach. With the static approach, the code is copied into your program. This means that you never need to worry about missing libraries and wrong versions. It also makes it easier for others to use your program, because they also do not have to worry about missing libraries or wrong versions. However, this makes bug fixing more difficult. To fix a library bug, you need to go into the copied code and fix it directly. With the shared approach, your program establishes a link with libraries installed elsewhere. This means that you need to make sure that the right libraries and versions are installed. And, in addition, anyone using your program also needs to do the same. This can sometimes be troublesome. However, it does make the process of updating libraries much easier. If there is a bug in one of the libraries, then a new version can be installed. All the programs using that library will then get the benefit of the update. Often, libraries will have many minor updates that fix many small bugs. Next, we will look at naming issues. For shared libraries, having to manage dependencies can be very frustrating. Dependency hell is a colloquial term that focuses on these frustration. The diagram shows a program that has two dependencies on libraries, Q and R. But the library R also has a dependency on Q, but it is not the same version of Q. So the system executing this program would have to be able to handle multiple versions of the same library. Not all systems can do this. A particular flavor of this hell is DLL hell on the Windows platform. A DLL is a shared library on Windows. In earlier versions of Windows, all DLLs shared the same memory space. Installing any program could result in DLLs already on the system being overwritten, which would then result in other programs no longer working. A program may use libraries developed by different people. These libraries may contain functions with the same name. In the example, libraries Q and R both have a function called length. This can result in a naming conflict. When you call the function, it may not be clear which function you are referring to. Different programming languages have different approaches to resolving this. A common approach is to use namespaces. With namespaces, you can prepend a name to the front of the function name. Usually, the namespace and the function name are separated by a dot. The namespace is typically the name of the library or module being imported. In the example, the length function is called by specifying the library name, followed by the function name. An alternative approach is to emulate namespaces by prepending a short word to the front of all the function names.